She won, but he lost.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss Cleveland.
How are you all doing?
Pretty good. By
Good.
yourself.
Hanging in there. Oh, here's the courtroom calling me now. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, serving today as your presiding judge. Good morning to everyone. Good to see everyone on this morning. I am going to start off this morning with hopefully everybody who's in the courtroom for specialty court. I need you to turn on your cameras. Turn on your cameras for me. If you are part of our specialty court this morning, please turn on your cameras. That's the participants, not you, Mr. Griffin. All right. All right, because I only see two of our participants on this morning. And so I just want to make sure on this morning that everybody knows that your next court date is going to be next week, Friday, June 16th. The graduation ceremony starts at 10:30 a.m. You are expected to be in person. You are required to be in person at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center on the 13th floor in the auditorium. And so we have made it really special for you all this year. And we want you to come out and participate. You must come out and participate. It will count as a court date. So make sure you have secured whatever you need to secure. Get with your case managers. They will give you information with respect to parking, with respect to what time and where to be. But just know that is your next court appearance and it is mandatory. And so with that, I am going to have the attorneys place your appearance on the record, please.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, drug court.
I'm sorry.
Court.
Go ahead. I couldn't hear you, but it's on my end. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Jesse Reed, drug vet court defense attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to motion a continuing motion. My appearance be for all clients. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, I can. I can hear you, Mr. Reed. Good morning to you, and your motion is granted. Do you have any preliminary matters for me, Mr. Reed?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Fikens. And do you have any preliminary matters that require my attention?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Wonderful. Let's go to our case managers. Mr. Yancey, you're up first on the screen.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Specialty Court this morning. Only thing I have preliminary is I have a phase advancement promotion this morning.
All right. And you did tell me about that. And so
Yes.
Who do we have that's phasing today?
Stanton Paredes.
Yes. All right. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. As soon as he's on. So we'll make sure we take care of him first this morning because he is a promotee.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Let's go to Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Brian Griffin on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning. And the one thing I have a phase advancement also, Unique Brown, and she's in the courtroom physically, Your Honor.
Unique Brown. Okay, didn't she just get a sanction?
No, we discussed it in staffing.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember the discussion. Thank you. We're good. We're good. All right. Very good. Thank you. Miss Cleveland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Toshi Cleveland, case manager for specialty court. I will have a person that's joining us from the Wayne County Jail today. And that is Miss Rebecca West. She's on the docket.
All right. Very good. And do you all have a plan for Miss West?
Your Honor, I am waiting for her test results. So as soon as I know that, I would have a better understanding of how we can move forward with her. But we did have a preliminary discussion about involving the Wayne County Jail's service, the tether service in a fashion that's done by other courts. So I just wanted to, I don't know if other courts, meaning other specialty court programs.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Let's just make sure that we are communicating with Miss Mack so that she can get addresses and information, because all of that goes on the order. before I even see it or sign it. So let's make sure we get that to her. All right,
Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you. All right, Miss Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Harris, Case Manager for Specialty Court. And I have no preliminary matters this morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Miss Harris. All right, then we are going to get started. We will start with our promotees on this morning. I'm going to start with Mr. Paredes. Good morning to you, sir. Unmute for me.
Good morning.
All right, there you are. Very good. Are you ready to be promoted?
Yes.
Wonderful. You've been working hard.
Yes.
Very good. How are things going for you?
It's going fine for me right now.
They are very good. I'm glad to hear that. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number Z 808-6581. State your full name for me.
Shannon Paredes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Paredes. What has been the most challenging part of phase one for you so far?
It was mainly just a transition to a different way of living, I could say.
Transition
with
to a different way of living.
Yes, like as far as the sober mind,
All right. What do you think about that sober mind?
I like it better than when I was drinking as much as I was drinking, because I have a clearer mind. So I think better, and I don't have the urges to, like my urges was to get up and go straight to the store and start my day like that, and I don't have that anymore.
That is wonderful. Do you find yourself to be more productive now that you have this sober mind?
Yes, I sometimes I overwhelm myself. I put too many things on myself because I've been trying to keep myself busy.
All right. Very good. Are you're working, right?
Yes,
And how's that going?
it's fine. I mean, I like it. It's what I like to do, so I have no complaints.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm going to have Mr. Yancey tell you why he has recommended you for promotion. Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Paredes, he's really been doing well. I think one of the biggest things he did was that he accepted our program to the point where, sometimes one of the biggest things you have to do is rearrange your schedule. So he rearranged his schedule around our program. That's why he hasn't missed doing anything. And that, once you do that, then you won't miss anything. And, he's not only not missed anything, but he is progressing quite rapidly. He did talk about a sober mind. He was transparent this morning. That's awesome.
It is.
To say I don't get up anymore and think about going to a store. I get up and thinking about what kind of progress I can make today. So in that respect, we really applaud him. He's doing super well, and has been as far as phase one. He's met all the conditions of phase one. He always responds when I reach out and try to contact him. So he makes himself available in that respect. So he's doing well, very well. And just want to applaud him, encourage him, and hopefully promote him today, Your Honor, to phase two.
Right. Awesome. Then there were no objections during our staffing as to your promotion. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you. Congratulations on the motion.
Uh-oh, you've got a bad connection, Mr. Reed.
I'm gonna use my device. Congratulations on the promotion. Thank you.
That was better. All right. I hope you heard that, Mr. Paredes.
Yes.
All right.
And I'll just add, Judge, and try to say all the things that Mr. Reed wanted to tell you, sir. You're doing a great job. You've hit the ground running throughout this beginning of this program. So we are so proud of you. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Definitely. All right. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Mr. Paredes on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations to you, Mr. Paredes.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
All right, you're in great shape. Let's keep going. I'm going to see you on June 16th. Where are you going to be, Mr. Paredes?
Coming a young,
There you go, at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center. And what time does the ceremony start?
10:30 a.m.
10:30. So you know you can't get there at 10:30, right?
No, I haven't get there before time.
There you go, because you've got to check in and get your next court date. All right, very good, very good. We'll see you on next week, Friday, okay?
Okay,
All right, take care.
you too. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, let's go to Unique Brown, who's in the courtroom. She's also being promoted on today. I have for Ms. Brown case number 20227-18841. Ms. Brown, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing well. You on track doing what you're supposed to do?
Yes,
Yes, you are. And how do you feel about the program so far? Good?
I feel good. I feel productive.
You feel productive? Is that a yes? You have to speak right in that mic so I can hear you.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Everybody else, please make sure that your device is muted. All right, thank you, Ms. Brown. And so I did hear your yes. All right, well, Mr. Griffin recommended you for promotion on this morning. And even though I had my memory partially served me, then I did remember, Mr. Griffin, the rest of our conversation. So I am glad that you are being referred or recommended for promotion on today. And I hope that this will inspire you to keep going, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Griffin.
Okay, Your Honor. Ms. Brown been with us since February 13th of 2023. She's in phase 1 of a 5-phase program. Since she's been with us, she's worked really hard. She's active in treatment. Treatment has been going great. She's been testing. All her tests have been negative. She achieved one of her goals of getting a better job. So she got the job. She's been working really hard. And so just all around, she's just been very productive. I'm just very proud of her. You know, when she came into the program, you know, her focus was she has sons and she said she wanted to be a better mother, to be better for them and better for herself. So she put her focus on her and them, and she's just been doing really well. So you can just see the difference in her. And she's just been working really hard. So today, Your Honor, I just like to recommend her for phase 2. She have met the requirements of phase 1. She's stable at this point and just doing very well. So I see the rest of the program, nothing but great things for Ms. Brown as she continues to grow in our program.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Griffin, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens.
Congratulations, Ms. Brown. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if I could add, Judge, Ms. Brown, we are so proud of you and the work you've done. You've certainly.
Oh, we can't hear you now, Mr. Fikens.
Is that right? I'm sorry, Judge. I probably turned myself down. I did.
Okay.
So, Ms. Brown, congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you.
All right. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Unique Brown on her promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Ms. Brown. Congratulations. Excited for you. Continue to do well. You also know that your next date is next Friday at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, 13th floor auditorium, right?
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I wrote it out on the book.
There you go. That's right, Miss Mack. Officer Locke, good morning to you all. Cheer them on. We want to make sure.
Good morning. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. We want to make sure we don't have no problems on Friday. When we do a wonderful celebration that I got to come back and issue warrants. I don't want to do that.
Right, okay.
But I will. You know I will.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. So you're in good shape. I'll see you in person next Friday, okay?
Okay.
All right. Take care. You are free to leave.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, very good. Always good about those promotions. I see that Officer Thomas is on. Officer Thomas, this is usually my specialty court time. Did you have a matter before me this morning?
I had one that was originally listed before you, Your Honor. It was a Hussein Al Asadi. I have it down for June 8th at 8:45, but maybe I.
Okay, why don't you reach out to Miss Mack so she can let you know what's going on? I don't want to just see you sitting in the courtroom. I know you're busy as well. So
Okay.
reach out to my.
Judge,
That is 8:45.
Judge, that is correct. It is scheduled for today for a review for that defendant to do an update. They were supposed to do some testing and things and pay some money. It was a probation case. So Mr. Thomas is correct. I don't know if the defendant is here though.
Okay, is he on my docket? I don't see him.
Yes.
8:45.
8:45.
45. Oh, Hussein.
Yes.
Assad. Yes, and
Yes.
Mr. Thomas, did he do what he was supposed to do?
No, Your Honor. That's also why I wanted to make sure I logged in. There was some confusion because he had. I don't want to take too much of your time, but he had another case. For some reason, he's conflating the two. I've spoken to him about this 2 months ago. So as of today, he paid the money, but he didn't do the classes or the test. The class or the testing.
All right, let's see if he shows up. I'll give him a few minutes. It's 8:49. He's scheduled for 8:45. And then I'll give him a few minutes. And would you like us to just call you when I'm ready to call it?
Sure. Thank you. That's so good. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Mack, let's make sure we can call Mr. Thomas when we're ready on Asadi.
Okay, will do, Judge.
All right, thank you so much.
Your Honor,
Yes.
there is another trial matter at 8:30. Darius Adams, who has checked in, his screen is presently off. I just wanted to let the court know that we are waiting for an officer who has not shown up yet or not checked in. And I just want to let the court know that. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
court
right.
is ready.
So are you saying that you all are ready for me to call it?
When this court is ready, when the court feels that the court has given the officer enough time to show up, then
All right.
we stand ready.
I'll give him a little more time, okay? Get some of my other stuff out the way. Thank you, though, Mr. Fikens. All right, wonderful. Let's keep going. I am going to go to Mr. Griffin. Do you have a phase 3 or 3 or phase 5?
No, yeah, I think everybody on the screen, if I'm not mistaken, are phase ones.
Everybody? All
I
right.
believe so, unless Mr. Connor.
Mr. Connor's phase 2.
Okay.
And Mr. Connor is at a third-party provider, is that correct?
He is, Your Honor, yes.
So then I want to call his case. Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well this morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Mr. Connor, are you feeling good?
Yes, I'm feeling very good.
All right, wonderful. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 1904411-501. State your full name for me.
Christopher Stephen Connor.
All right. Are you giving it your best shot where you are, Mr. Connor?
Absolutely, given 100%.
All right. Have you learned anything since you've been there that you want to share or can share?
It's a very good reminder of where my mindset needs to be. Knowing where I want to be, seeing where I want to be, feeling how I want to feel. It's just a very good reminder and just makes it very at the forefront of my mind of, where I need to be at this time.
Okay, very good, very good. I want you to give it your all. Listen, I applaud you for going. You give us a hard time about, getting you back into where you need to be in order to help you. So I really, truly appreciate that. It lets me know, Mr. Connor, you really want the help. And so we understand that people stumble, people fall, but get back up. And that's what you've done. You've gotten back up and you're doing what you need to do to get back on track. So I am extremely proud of you and I want you to know that, okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. All right. Do you have questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team this morning?
No questions or concerns this morning.
Right. You are in compliance. We have not received any communication to the contrary. Ms. Harris, is there anything else that you need to report out other than he's in compliance?
There is not, Your Honor.
All right. Wonderful. And so, Mr. Connor, my hope is that we'll be able to see you on June 16th for the celebration, and that someone will come with you, because we'd like them to see what we're doing with respect to specialty courts. Plus, we're gonna feed y'all. So make sure you let them know that it'll be a good meal. Okay?
One thing, Your Honor, I think I will still be in treatment at that time.
I understand. See,
Okay.
but just Ms. Harris are coordinating to see if he's able to come for the graduation.
I can, Your Honor. He is at a facility that's 2.5 hours away, so I'm not sure that's going to be a possibility.
That's right. Okay, we'll talk it off the record. We'll talk
Yes.
it off the record. And so what I will still do is I will make your next court date June 16th. I will put him on for 8:35 a.m. And then that way we'll get to address it and we'll give him his new court date. Okay.
Sounds
Because
good.
we may be able, there may be a fix for it, but we'll talk about it off the record.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. You're all set. Is there anything else from any of the other team members? As to Mr. Connor.
Judge, I'd just like to say, Mr. Connor, you and I talked earlier before this happened, and I just want to tell you and congratulate you on the decisions that you made, that the direction that you took. Sometimes it's scary, sometimes you feel all alone when you got to make those decisions, but I'm very proud of the decisions you made, sir. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. If nothing else, wait to hear from Ms. Harris, but your court date is June 16th at 8:35 a.m. Okay?
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Work hard, Mr. Connor. We're all rooting for you. All right. Very good. All right. Let's keep going. Ms. Harris? Yes.
I just wanted to let you know as well, Mr. Gilmore is also phase 2.
All right. Very good. Let's do it. All right. Mr. Gilmore, are you ready?
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. Things are going well?
Yes.
Good. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case, Ms. Harris, that message I just sent you is not for everybody. It's case by case. That's why I don't want to. Yeah. All right. So for Mr. Gilmore, I have Z8046921. Mr. Gilmore, state your full name for me.
Darnell Gilmore.
All right. What's going on with you, Darnell Gilmore?
Nothing. Trying to stay focused and stay straight, walk the straight line.
Okay. How are you doing with that?
I'm doing very good. Very good to me.
All right. Very good. Are you going to your heat classes?
I go today too, yes.
All right. What do you think about heat so far?
I told you, you're a good guy to me. Looking in the mirror.
Yeah, looking in the mirror. You like what you see?
Yeah, I like the new me.
Okay. All right. And the new you're becoming, right?
Yes.
All right. Very good. You taking care of business at home with those babies?
Yes.
All right. I love it. Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens, I have a note in my file that the attorneys are to present argument to this court regarding the subsequent conviction. And so I don't know if you all have had an opportunity to talk with the prosecutor. I need you all to do that so that the next time that Mr. Gilmore comes back, we can address that issue.
Yes, Your Honor. I've only had preliminary discussions with Ms. Walker, and I understand she is not here today. So unfortunately, and I do apologize for that, Judge, on her and my behalf, that we haven't completed our discussions, but we will do so.
All right, so let's try to get it done. I'd like to get it done before we go for training. And so if we could do that, that would be great. Okay, I still have all right, wonderful. Mr. Gilmore, do you have any questions for the team or concerns that you need to raise with the team this morning?
No, not today.
Not today? All right, you know that our doors are open, right?
Yes. I call Miss every 5-10 minutes. She know it.
Okay. All right. You also know, Mr. Gilmore, that you're required to see us in person next week, Friday, at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center, the 13th floor. the service, the ceremony starts at 10:30 a.m. You know that, right?
Yes, I got that day off.
All right. Look at you taking care of business. I love it.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Ms. Harris, Mr. Gilmore is in compliance. Is there anything you need to add?
No, Your Honor, he is in compliance, and as he stated, he communicates with me anytime he has a question or a concern or an issue or a request or so we're pretty on top of things, and he is in compliance at this time.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Griffin, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, I just looked at the charges on the other case. He hasn't pled guilty or anything yet, except for pretrial for June the 30th. So just to inform the court.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, very good. And Mr. Gilmore, they do know that you're in this specialty court, right?
Yes, they know I'm in the program. They know I got 2 jobs. They know.
Okay, all right. All right, continue to stay focused. Continue to stay focused. Do not let stuff get you off track because you've got a lot hanging in the balance, okay?
Yes, yes.
All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fike, is anything asked to Mr. Gilmore?
Yes, Judge. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, keep it up, Mr. Gilmore. You're doing a good job. You can do it. I know you can.
Thank you.
All right, very good, Mr. Gilmore. You have your next date. It's good to see you. You're on time this morning. All right, I see you. You go do your and keep your open mind. Work that program. It's going to help you, Mr. Gilmore. Okay.
Okay.
All right, very good. Good to see you.
Okay, see you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, I'm going to go to Colin Neal, and then Mr. Watts is from a different specialty court. And so Miss Mack, if you could reach out to the other specialty court, let them know. Mr. Watts, after he swore he was going to stay in treatment, he was going to stay where the court ordered him, that he has obviously walked away because he is now in the custody of the Wayne County Jail. So if you could let them know, I believe that he's on a committal tether. And so Ms. Mack, if you could find that out as well, and I'll call him after I do Mr. Neal. All right, Mr. Neal.
Yes, Judge, I contacted the other specialty court. They're coming on.
All right, wonderful. I have for Colin Neal, case number 22007213SD. Mr. Neal, state your full name for me.
Colin Neal.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm good this morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I am doing very well, thank you. Tell me, how are you doing with working your program?
Very good. Just sticking to it, persistence, repetition.
All right, no issues?
No, Your Honor, none at all.
All right, and so have you learned anything since you've been in the program?
Yes, I have. I've learned that, I have to just stick to the program and continue doing the right thing, continue being true to myself, working hard, and altogether committing to the program fully.
All right, very good. And so have you started your treatment with your third-party provider?
So I did start it. I do have a bit of an issue. So I do have a meeting with All Wellbeing Services next week to go over that. So.
Okay, and you've made Mr. Griffin aware that you're having some issues?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, and I'm sure that you all will work through them, right?
Indeed, yes.
All right, very good. Did you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team today?
I do not, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffin.
Mr. Neal is doing well, Your Honor. And I will discuss with All Wellbeing Service. He does have an appointment next week, so that should get rolling. But as far as testing and everything else, he's in compliance with your orders at this time, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And he's in phase 1, is that correct?
Yep, he's been with us a little over 50 some days, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, Mr. Neal, let me see if anybody else from the team, if they have anything for you, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Judge. Good report. Keep up the good work, sir. I hope you can hear me.
Thank you, sir.
If I could add, it's good to self-advocate, Mr. Neal. I'm glad you're doing that. Shows that you're taking the matter seriously. So keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
All right, very good. Well, Mr. Neal, you know that your next date is June 16th, next Friday. I'll see you in person at the Coleman Young Municipal Center, 13th floor auditorium, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very
Mr.
good.
Griffin.
Right, enjoy the rest of your day.
I appreciate it. You too.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we are now going to go to Raekwon Watts. Are the parties ready on Mr. Watts?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right. Oh,
Did
we
you
got-
want me, I was gonna say, did you want me to see if Ms. Warfield was available or?
let me ask you this. Does he have a 45-day committal tether?
Yes,
He's going to the jail for 45 days.
yes.
All right, can you place his case number on the record for me? And I think this is the, we won't say that. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. Mr. Raekwon Watts, there are 3 cases for him, and it's 220-448-3401, 220-441-4001, and 220-442-8601.
All right, thank you, Mr. Watts. State your name for the record, please. Ask them to unmute for you.
There you go. Raekwon Watts.
All right, good morning, Mr. Watts. And good morning at the Wayne County Jail. Thank you all for notifying us that you have Mr. Watts in custody. Mr. Watts, why are you at the Wayne County Jail as opposed to where I sent you?
Because somebody came to me because they said I wasn't at the treatment center and I was at the gas station, and I had left the treatment center to go meet my daddy because he gave me a brand new bike and a phone, and I was out in the streets and I was riding my bike. I would charge my phone up. I was looking for a charger, and then my tether was dying, and then I ain't had no. I was trying to charge it up, but I still got my charger, but my tether had ended up going dead, so it started dying a little bit, but. I ain't really do nothing. I was being peaceful.
No. You really did do something, Mr. Watts. Mr. Watts.
My dad's back in my life. He bought me a phone. I got his number now.
Mr. Watts, you really did do something because this court told you to stay at the facility where you have been assessed to go. So the fact that you left and you're riding a bike and you're looking for a charger and you're meeting up with your dad, you did do something. You didn't follow my guidance. And unfortunate for you, you are on a 45-day committal tether. So you're going to be at the Wayne County Jail. That makes no sense to me. I can't get you the help that you need at the Wayne County Jail. I sent you to the place where I could get you the help. So you have consistently just not followed this court's orders. And so what I'm going to do today, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, because he's got to do the 45 days, is I am going to send him he's going to stay in the custody of the Wayne County Jail. Miss Taylor,
Yes.
Ms. Jasmine. We are going to give him, let's schedule him, might be a little bit more than 30 days out. And I am making a recommendation for termination. And so I need you to make sure that you get to Sergeant Coho in writing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go to the treatment center. I don't want to go to tether.
All right, so if you could get to Sergeant Coho in writing so that he could get it to Mr. Watts so that he is aware of the reasons why I am recommending his termination. I don't know if you concur with that recommendation, but
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. We have sent him time and time again. He's not ready to get the help that he needs. We have expended a plethora of resources on Mr. Watson. Every time he gets picked up, he says he's going to stay, he's going to do what he's supposed to do. He just won't do it. So unfortunate for Mr. Watts, he's going to be subject to a termination hearing. Let's make sure we follow the rules and get him that in writing, but we won't see him for 45 days. So give me, just as a check-in, give me a 30-day, maybe July 7th, that we save him for the Friday.
Yes, we can put, I was gonna say that July 7th would be good.
All right, so Ms. Mack, he is going to remain in the custody of the Wayne County Jail. And he will be brought before this court by way of Zoom from the Wayne County Jail on July 7th, 2023. And that will be at 9:30 a.m. And this is for violating his committal, the tether with the committal order. All right. And hopefully, at some point, Mr. Watts will make up his mind that he wants help and understand that if he could do it himself, he would never be sitting in the Wayne County Jail. Our paths would have never crossed. He would never have a case at 36th District Court. So you're muted. So enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you at the Wayne County Jail. We'll get that paperwork to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much. All right.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, before I go, do we want to schedule that termination hearing a week after that check-in or 2 weeks after?
We'll probably, I have to schedule it after he does the 45-day on the committal order.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's 1 or 2, whichever one it is, I'll be okay with it.
Okay.
Okay, all right, great. All right. I do not see any more. No, well, yes, I do. Now I do. All right. This is for Rebecca West. Are we ready on Miss West?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. I have the following cases. Case numbers 194-716-321. Case number U50498819. Case number U534-42919. Case number U582-41920. And case number U594-23321. Ms. West, please state your full name for me.
Rebecca West.
All right, good morning to you, Ms. West. All right, Ms. Cleveland, tell us why Ms. West is sitting at the Wayne County Jail.
Your Honor, she was admitted into our program back in November, I believe November 1st, 2019. She was in our specialty court and was sent to a venue to allow her treatment, Your Honor. A warrant was issued on 12/23/2019 for her failure to comply with the court's orders. And it appears based on the notes that she did not appear for a hearing that she was having before you around that time, Your Honor. She has been in absconder status until she was back before you. I believe it was on the June 1st, Your Honor. And we scheduled this court date as a measure. I'm hoping that I can go into a breakout room and talk to her because I do need to capture some information from her. And then I do have a plan that I sent to the team that I'm recommending for Miss Rebecca West, because we did receive some results from the lab for her. And also I think that I would like to recommend that she remain connected to the program, but there should be certain conditions that you may order for her to stay connected.
And Ms. Cleveland, refresh my memory. Has she come before me? Was she?
She was just here about a week ago, Your Honor, just because she was newly arrested. We retained her in the facility to determine certain things and then to try to get our plan together. So that's why I sent some information to you regarding what the results of her tests were, as well as potential for a plan for her.
All right, that's fine. So you need to get her on the 1-800 number today.
Yes, Your Honor.
As well as Mr. Reed and Mr. Ficus should be made aware of what her test results did show. I'm concerned. It's alarming. Ms. West, you know what you've been doing out there. And I don't know that I even need to tell you that one of the things in your system, people are dying from it every day.
I was dying. This is God telling me to get off of it.
So I really hope that you're ready to get some help. And
I'm ready this time.
And I hope you also understand that you're going to have to get help the way that this court prescribes it, okay?
Yes.
All right. And so, Miss Cleveland, what we'll do, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, is she'll go in a breakout room with Miss Cleveland. Miss Cleveland, I don't know if they can get her on the 1-800 number today. I'd like to see her in treatment, but I'm also wanting her to be on a committal tether so that if she leaves treatment, she automatically goes to jail 45 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Right, so, because I need you to stay in treatment. I need you.
Okay.
Treatment. You walked away before. I need you to stay in treatment. If you really don't want to die out there, and folks are dying every day, ma'am. If you really don't want to die out there, then stay in treatment so we can help you, okay?
Am I going to share?
You're gonna go wherever I send you. You don't get to pick your treatment facility. So we know you're probably not going to share, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. So Ms. Wilson, if you could send Ms. Cleveland, and probably one of the attorneys should go as well, at least for a moment, and Ms. West, and then you all let me know what the plan is. Remember that any plans that are made with the provider, you have to let Ms. Mack know, because the address, there's some information that has to go on the order before she presents it to me, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, I'll go in with Miss Cleveland.
All right, very good. And then you all can come back to me. Wonderful.
Thank you.
I do see that Mr. Thomas has joined us again. Mr. Asadi has not joined us.
He is, Judge. He has joined us.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he was-
Well, Mr. Asadi is not in compliance with this court's order, so he needs to physically come into the courtroom.
Well, Judge, maybe perhaps it might be better or prudent if the three of us, Officer Thomas, Mr. Asadi, and myself, go into a breakout room.
Absolutely. And then Mr. Fikens, but you understand that depending on what you all say, he's gonna need to come down to the courthouse. He's not in compliance with my order.
Look, and we'll check on that, Judge.
Okay, all right, very good. Please accept the invitation to a breakout room. All right. Let's see, did Darius Adams show up? Darius Adams,
Yes, he did, Judge. He
Okay.
was on,
is he still here?
I see, yeah, he's here now. He's on the screen.
All right, and so has Ms. Mack, has an officer checked in on this matter?
No officer has checked in, Judge.
All right, I'm satisfied. I've given the issuing officers ample time to appear. I'm going to call the cases. I have SP 1448719, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Adams, please get in the camera, Mr. Adams. Get in the camera and state your full name for me.
Darius Dwayne Adams.
All right, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, I will entertain your motion at this time.
Judge, we move to dismiss for lack of a officer.
All right, thank you. I'm satisfied. This was scheduled for 8:30 a.m. I'm satisfied I've given the issuing officer ample time to appear. They have failed to do so. Both of the matters are dismissed without prejudice, understanding that the people are at liberty to reissue these tickets should they choose to do so. Okay?
Yes, Shannon.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
All right. Let's see, I have Krishan Chapman at 8:35. It's not like Mr. Chapman to not check in, but I'll check, that's with another court. And then I had Donald Hudgens at 9:00 a.m. Did we move?
Yeah, Your Honor, we had moved him till tomorrow, so he will be coming in person tomorrow. We also have
Hold on, let me place him on the record.
yeah, okay.
I have for Donald Hudgens, case number 220-600-1101. Ms. Mack, I am adjourning him to June 9th, 2023. And I will put him on for, did I tell him to 8:35 or 9:00?
I think it was the same time as it already was, so I believe he was on for 8:45, but he usually comes in person and is here at 8:30, but I think it's 8:45.
So let's put him on.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's already scheduled for tomorrow at 9 a.m. But I think you told him 8:30, but we put him on the docket for 9.
Okay, then we're good.
Okay.
Very good. I'm
Okay.
on the older docket, then. It's no problem. All right. And then we have some 1035s. These are people that have had that are doing face-to-face. And so I'm going to call them. If there are any issues, please chime in so that I'm made aware of them. I have for Durham, case number 210-441-9901. Ms. Durham, if she is not having issues, her next date would be June 16th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, for Donald Glassbrook, I have Z808-6761. Mr. Glassbrook, if he's not having problems, his next date will be June 16th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. For Milton Owens, case number U59845421. If he's not having any issues, he's also scheduled in person, June 16th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. Everybody's in person for our ceremony.
Let's see, were you working?
All right.
Not working.
Very good. Then we're in good shape. I will go into recess for a moment unless Mr. Yancey, you have something for me?
Not yet. Mr. Owens is doing great. I had Mr. I think I had Mr. Lewis Johnson on.
Johnson? Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's on the
missed-
docket. Yeah.
I missed him. I'm sorry. Where's Mr. Johnson?
Okay.
He had called this morning. This is my first time being in contact with him. He said he had his phone off all yesterday, but he said he was in the waiting room with his name on his device.
Right. Check in on him, Mr. Yancey. I don't see him in the waiting room.
Okay.
Gonna recess for just a moment.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
on the phone with, Ms. Peck already. What they say.
Mr. E, have you finished talking with Ms. West?
Yes, Mr. Fikens.
And we have Mr. Ostadi, although I see he hasn't joined us back in the courtroom, but otherwise we're ready.
Was Mr. Adams' case taken
That
care
was
of?
dismissed. Yes, it was. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Asadi, please mute your device until the judge calls your case.
So I'm gonna wait here.
Yes, just please don't talk right now.
are you already on anything?
Yeah, Judge, we're on Mr. Asadi. I believe this court made some indication that it might want Mr. Asadi to come to court personally, and I think that's probably a good idea.
Oh, absolutely. He's not in compliance with my order, so he's not eligible for a Zoom hearing. And so Mr. Asadi needs to come down to the courthouse. Let me ask you, Mr. Thomas, is it better for him to come in the morning at 8:30?
I would say, yeah, it's usually probably the best time to get down here. Yes, I would agree.
So I am going to adjourn Mr. Asadi's matter. That is case, wait 1 second. That is case number SP 140-42641. I am adjourning that matter till tomorrow, June the 9th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. You must be in person at 36th District Court, sir, or a warrant will be issued for your arrest. You are not in compliance with my order. You're not eligible for a Zoom hearing.
Your Honor, may I request an interpreter as well? He is not, I'm having a difficult time communicating with him.
Okay.
And I just like to request an interpreter, so we're square on what.
That's fine. Mr. Thomas, has he ever appeared to have a communication issue with you?
Well, I honestly, Your Honor, I hadn't been able to get a hold of him. This had been an Officer Brimage case, so I'd sent him some letters. I do have an old courtroom referral where it states, doesn't state anything on it. I know he had requested previously from Officer Brimage's notes some type of Arabic interpreter, but
he's not even been in contact with you. Is that correct?
no, I've not actually spoken to Mr. Asadi until today. I'd sent him several letters.
All right, very good. That's his fault. All right, and so Mr. Fikens, we will request an interpreter. Ms. Mack, let's do so. And I will see Mr. Asadi on tomorrow morning. Mr. Asadi, do you understand that you need to come down to the courthouse on tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you. I'll see you in the morning at 8:35 at 36th District Court, okay?
What time exactly tomorrow?
8:35 a.m. Okay?
8:30. Okay, is the walk-in going downtown Detroit court day?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow I see you. So do you know as your name, please?
Sir.
Judge Holmes on 133.
I have court day's name.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow in courtroom 133, okay?
133?
Yes, sir. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas.
Thank
And we'll
you.
have an interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Mack, hopefully you heard that. Give me just 1 second, please.
Brother, can I leave?
Yes, sir.
Right, are we ready to proceed on our other outstanding cases? I see Mr. Johnson joined us. What happened to Mr. Johnson?
Your Honor, he had informed me that he had his phone off yesterday, so I was not able to contact him. He did contact me this morning, and then he said he was in the waiting room, and then I was able to contact him again, and he was in the wrong court's waiting room. So that's why we're just now seeing him right now.
Very good. Give me 1 second, Mr. Yancey. I did get your request. I'm ready to recall Miss West so that I can free up the jail. I have the following for Miss West: 194716321, case number U504-98819, case number U534-42919, case number U582-41920, and case number U594-23321. Ms. West, state your name again. Uh-oh, ask them to unmute you. Turn back on your camera. Ask them to unmute. All right, thank you. And so, Ms. West, there has been a request made that you need some additional services before we can even process you for detoxification. And so, who went in the breakout room, Mr. Reed?
Yeah, yes, thank you. I did talk to Miss West. I advised her that she probably needed to be cleaned before she could go into intern. She understands that.
Right. So what I'm going to do, Ms. West, is and Ms. Cleveland, I'm going to sign the order, prepare the order that she is to go to detox at the Wayne County Jail. And I will have her brought back before me next week, Thursday, which would be the 15th? June 15th, 2023 at 9:30 a.m., at which time she should be ready to be processed to go to treatment. But we need to get you detoxed, okay?
Okay.
All right, are you willing to do that, Ms. West?
But yeah, but I'm already detoxed.
No, we just got your test results back from yesterday. You've got some stuff in your system and it's still there. So we just got it back yesterday. So let's
Okay.
okay. All right, very good. Hang in there, do what they tell you to do. Let's get that order together, Ms. Cleveland and Ms. Mack, so that I can get that to the jail immediately so that she can get the medical services that she needs. And
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, Ms. West, I look forward to working with you, okay?
You.
All right, thank you. Thank you at the Wayne County Jail. We'll get the paperwork over to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You and your staff have a wonderful day.
You do the same. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going. I am going to now go to all right, let's go to Mr. Johnson. I have for Louis Johnson, case number Z8082531. Mr. Johnson, unmute and state your name for me.
Louis Edward Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson, how are you this morning?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. You working your program?
Yes, ma'am. I missed streaming. I'm sorry about it. I didn't mean to, but my phone was shut off at the time, and they usually send me a
What?
text
I'm
to my
sorry.
phone.
What did you miss?
No, I missed the stream
You
because
missed
my
going
phone
to
was off
test?
at the time.
Are you talking about you
Ma'am?
missed going to test?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you miss going to test?
I believe on the 22nd. That's the one I know about
Yeah,
for sure. Because
yeah, I did talk. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. There's a lot going on yesterday. I did come down there and talk about it. He had missed 2 screens. On the one was 5:31, and the other one was 6:05.
All right.
And I wasn't able to.
No, I remember our conversation, but I want to understand from Mr. Johnson, why did he miss those screens? Because turning his phone off, waiting for a text, none of that has to do with our protocol for specialty court. So, Mr. Johnson, why did you miss your screen?
right. My phone was off. Like I couldn't pay the bill at the time. That's why it was off. I couldn't get the
So then
notification.
you have to use another phone to call and check to see if your color has dropped, or you come down to the courthouse and you test.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't get to just not test. Mr. Yancey, has he tested since then?
Yeah, and I don't believe since the missed test on 6/5, I don't think his colors dropped since
Okay,
then.
then he needs to go and test today. You must test today, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And make sure you get the right hours. Listen, don't wait for people to text you or what have you. That is not the protocol. Protocol for testing is that you are to call every single day. If your color drops, then you're to go in and get tested. So if you waiting on a text, you do that at your own risk. Because if you don't get that test, or your phone is off or what have you, that's not going to excuse you. You were supposed to be promoted today, Mr. Yancey. I cannot promote him today.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
Cannot and will not. That is a direct violation of his court order, and it's surrounding a holiday. He really should be in the courthouse today for his hearing. He doesn't even qualify for a Zoom hearing today.
I knew that, Your Honor, and I was going to regurgitate all these things in court. I did give him a chance to say something to you, and I was just unable to inform him about coming down here because I was unable to contact him. Luckily, he did call me this morning.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Your case manager should be able to contact you. Your case manager should be able to contact you. Can you make it down to the court to test today?
I'm at work now. I mean, I can come down whenever you need me to.
Yes, sir. I want him to come to 36th District Court and test because I need immediate results. He doesn't have to stay in the courthouse until the results come in, but I want results today because that's going to determine how I handle these 2 missed tests. You're not in compliance with the program, sir.
Right.
All right, so you're going to test. You're going to come in today. You have to be there before 3:30.
Okay, I'll let my boss know they didn't leave.
Okay, and get down there and test. And so are your tests going to come back the way they should?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Listen, Mr. Johnson, I need you to get in line and be in compliance. There's a reason, there's a method to why we do all of this stuff. We can't monitor and make sure that we're aligning you with the right kind of services if you're not testing, okay?
Right. Yes,
So I
ma'am.
need you to test. Have you gone to any of your other services since the last time I've seen you?
Yes, ma'am. I go to the outpatient treatment on the boulevard with Mr. Arnold.
All right, very good. And how is that going?
It's going fine.
All right, very good. Are you being open and honest with Mr. Arnold so that he's able to really work with you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm supposed to go there today too, at 6.
All right, then you need to be there today at 6. You have to follow this court's orders, okay? No,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnson. So listen, I'm not issuing a sanction right now, but that don't mean that I won't issue a sanction. I want the test results back. And I mean, it's sanctioned enough. You're not getting promoted. You were supposed to be promoted today. And so you made it so that I can't promote you. So I think that's sanctioned enough, Mr. Fikens. I don't know yeah, I think that's sanctioned enough. And so he's not going to get promoted today, but he must report to 36th District Court before, you heard me say before 3:30 p.m. to test. Make sure you reach out to Mr. Yancey. And then Mr. Johnson, if your phone, I understand that things happen, your phone might get turned off. But listen, if your phone gets turned off, you need to reach out to Mr. Yancey every day to find out, Mr. Yancey, is there anything I should be doing? Is everything okay? Or if there's an email address you can use. But you have to find a way to communicate with Mr. Yancey because you're not in compliance when he's trying to reach you to tell you have to come into court and then you don't come because you don't get the message, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what questions do you have for me today?
Okay, I know I got to do this. I know I'm in this program for a reason, and I know I have to do what you ordered me to do. I'm just trying to make sure I do what you tell me to do. I mean, I don't have any questions though, but is there any, okay, let me ask you a question. Is there any way I can like get like some kind of more service to help me with my problem that I got, please?
Yes, and I don't want you to put it out here live on YouTube. Mr. Yancey, you haven't been able to talk to your case manager. So if you were communicating with your case manager, you could have told him, and we will immediately align you with services. So I want you to go in a breakout room with Mr. Yancey, and Mr. Yancey find out what other issues he has. You can communicate with me outside of, live on YouTube, and let's find out so we can align and get Mr. Johnson the help that he needs, because he's got to be in compliance with this program. That's why testing is important. That's why communication is important when you're in this program, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so he's gonna get here before 3:30. Mr. Yancey, contact me, let me know when you're ready, what's going on. And I'm still gonna give him his next court date. It's going to be our graduation, which is June 16th, 2023. And you know that is at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center, right?
Okay, that's right on Woodward in Michigan, I believe, right?
Jefferson.
Yes.
Jefferson.
Okay.
Okay, Jefferson.
And I'll give him another flyer when he comes in, because he's coming in physically. And I'll
Yes.
talk to him obviously when he comes in.
Okay, but I want you to go in the breakout room to find out what other issues he's having and let me know. And then we'll see you today before 3:30 p.m. to do testing. Anything else, Mr. Johnson?
That's it. Thank you.
Your Honor, could I suggest that in case if Mr. Johnson is leaving work early and if he needs a letter, you contact Mr. Yancey to smooth that out with your boss, okay? We can provide a letter, the court can provide a letter in case your boss needs to know that, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll definitely do that. Wonderful. All right, Miss Wilson, if you could place them in a breakout room, that would be great. All right, Mr. Johnson, hang in there. Let us know what you need so we can help you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Miss Mack, if you could reach out to, I think it's Miss Taylor, to see where Krishan Chapman is and or why I had him on today's docket.
Okay, will do, Judge. Did we give a date to Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
A
his
future
next
date?
It's June 16th at 10
16th.
p.m. But he's
Oh,
coming
okay,
today
okay,
in person to test. He's coming today in
Yes,
person. Okay.
but he doesn't have to come to the courtroom and stay in the courtroom. He just goes to test and he's free to go.
Yeah, but well, he's got to see Mr. Yancey.
Oh, well, okay, yes, okay, but he doesn't need to stay in the courtroom. I just wanted to make sure.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Let me know what's going on, Mr. Yancey. All right. If we have our 10:45 trials scheduled, we're a little bit ahead of schedule. Woo, woo, wee. All right. And so, Mr. Yancey, let me know when what's going on with him. Put Mr. Yancey in that breakout room, and then we'll be ready to go. Miss Mack, let me know what's going on with Krishan Chapman.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank
I
you.
sure will, Judge.
Thank you. We're in recess.
Miss Wilson, would you be able to establish a breakout room for me and the people who are coming in for trials? I see that Ms. Allen Moore is in the courtroom and she can be placed in a breakout room with me.
Yes, sir. Can you go back to 3?
I can, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Accept the invite, Alan Moore.
And Mr. Fikens,
Yes, ma'am.
can you call the courtroom real quick? We got some updates on a couple cases.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. There's wafer cookies in the cupboard and
Mr. Fikens,
Miss Wilson, could you also send Rodney Adams in breakout room number 3?
Mr. Fikens,
I'll join him there. And Miss Rogers, I have some information on the Alan Moore and information on Alexander. If you want to talk on the phone or anything, I can call
Oh,
you.
perfect. Yeah, just give me a call whenever you're ready. Alan Moore and Alexander,
I
you
can't
said it's
hear
other
you.
one?
Hold on. Sorry, that's me.
Oh, good. Okay. Yep, give me a call whenever you're ready.
I'll call you right now.
Mr.
Perfect, thank you.
Fikens,
Yes, sir.
building and safety is here, but they're here on a retained matter.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Inspector Donahue, I believe that's
Inspector
retained.
Donahue. Yeah, good to see him.
Yes, Investigator Donahue. Good morning, gentlemen.
Donahue. Good morning. There's a retained attorney on your case, sir. I don't see him in the courtroom now.
Okay, well, I am standing by when you guys are ready.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, there's a distinguished attorney in the courtroom.
A person here, is your defendant here?
Hmm?
Is your defendant here?
He's not gonna be here.
It's for a trial, why not? Have you talked to the prosecutor?
No, are they available?
Mr. Fikens, do you know anything about this case? This is for Devin Arnold. Did you get any information from Prosecutor Walker on this?
There is an
There's an
offer, I
offer.
believe.
There is an offer.
There is an offer. Can you relay that to do you know about an offer?
I do not.
I believe it is for amending.
I thought it was gonna be dismissed if they didn't show up. That's what I was.
Amending the charge to operating while impaired. Is that
But
what
your
you
client
received?
didn't show up, so there's not gonna be a dismissal if your client is not here.
Okay, momentarily, well, thank you.
Ms. Wilson, could you ask this person, Ahmad, to join me in a breakout room? Breakout room 3.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And Miss Mack, who is here for the sanction hearings?
That would be Daryl Williams. And the case manager is Miss Harris. I don't know if you spoke with her.
Oh, no, I have not, but I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Wilson, could Miss Harris and I go in a breakout room, please? Thank you.
Ms. Wilson, could you ask Ms. Armstrong to join me in breakout room number 3 once she connects to audio?
She has to invite Mr. Vikens.
Thank you. Ms. Wilson, do you know if an officer checked in on Ahmad, A-H-M-A-D?
Say that again, Mr. Ficus, I'm sorry. Can you repeat, Mr. Ficus?
You know what, Ms. Wilson, I couldn't hear you. I had my volume off. I'm sorry.
Can you repeat what you said?
Sure. Did an officer check in on Ahmad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
That would be Officer Turnage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Wilson, is there a city attorney for a James Alibri?
Yeah, she's in the breakout room. I'll put her with you when she comes out.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Ms. Rogers, are you ready for the attorneys?
Oh, yes, I can speak to them. I'm just here for the sanction, but I can do traffic too.
Okay, did you speak with the officers?
No, I'm sorry, let me mute you. Rob just called me. Because I didn't know I was doing traffic. I just came for the sanction hearing, but I can do traffic since no one else is here. Miss Wilson, could I go back in the breakout room with the officers, please?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Rogers?
Oh, yes, Attorney Reed?
Did you know that Attorney Walker sent out written recommendations on most of these tickets?
Yes. Yep. Rob let me know. We have a couple changing, but yeah, I'm very thankful she did.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Attorney Taylor, do you need to talk to me on your matter, or are you all set? You're muted, counsel.
It's my understanding the officer's not here. Hey, Jay, we're going to ask for a dismissal. And my client is present, California.
The officer is here on your case, Attorney Taylor.
I beg your pardon?
The officer has checked in on your case.
Oh, very well. Then we'll accept we want the impaired then.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Ms. Rogers, I have an attorney that wants to speak with you.
Okay, great. If we could go on a breakout room. Thank you, Miss Wilson.
Thank you.
Miss Wilson, one more time, can I go in with the officers?
Sure.
Thank you. Miss Wilson. Oh, he might have
Yes.
just logged off. The retained Council Mahan, I don't see him anymore. If he's still on, if I could go in a breakout room with him.
I think he logged off.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, I'll wait for him to come back.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, here it comes.
Hello?
Hi, Council.
Yes.
Hi, Miss Wilson, can we go in a breakout room again? Thank you.
Okay, we all ready to go now?
Ready?
You can bring the people in from the breakout room, my breakout room.
All righty, thank you so much.
Ms. Ellen Moore, turn your camera on and mute yourself, okay?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
All right, court is back in session. Let's start off with Ms. Mack. Make sure that we get an update for Krishan Chapman. He's on my docket today. I haven't seen him.
Yes, I do have, I talked to Ms. Taylor about that, and this I looked him up and it said it was for a check-in, but Ms. Taylor said she did speak with him and he checks in every day, so he just go on for his next court date, which is the graduation.
Wonderful. Then for V129-4232 count. Oh, four strike V129-42323 and V129-49023 and SP1333591 for Krishan Chapman. His next court date will be June 16th, 2023 in person at the specialty court graduation at the Coleman and Young Municipal Center. All right. Ms. Harris, I am ready on your matter first. Are we ready to proceed? Do we have the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Good morning. Place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Sydney Rogers for the people, P82072.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rogers. All right, Ms. Harris, could you please place your client's case numbers on the record because he's an add-on.
Yeah, well, yes, he is an add-on. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't have that right in front of me, but I can get it very quickly. Daryl Williams, and his case numbers are 2021-001-102 and 2021-001-103.
All right, thank you. Mr. Williams, state your full name for the record.
Daryl Williams.
Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Good morning, how you doing?
I don't know. It depends on how you're doing.
I'm okay. I'm just a little bit, I just missed my daughter's graduation, but other than that, I mean, I'm okay overall, I guess.
Mr. Williams, you're not following the court's orders, though.
Can you turn it up? I can't, it's like.
Did he hear me? I said, Mr. Williams, you are not following the court's orders.
You said I'm not following the court's orders?
You're not. Let me, since you gonna act like you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna have Miss Harris say it's on the record. Why in my courtroom? Come on, Miss, because he don't know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Your Honor, Mr. Williams is here today due to the fact that on Monday of this week, June the 12th, he had a scheduled, I'm sorry, June the 5th, jumping ahead. He had a scheduled court hearing via Zoom. Due to a positive test result, he was emailed and notified on Sunday evening he needed to report for that in person. He was also called and left multiple messages on Monday morning that he needed to report and report in person. Mr. Williams did not report in person, nor did he report in Zoom that day for his scheduled hearing. At that time, the court did, because he has a transfer case, the court did, order that we send that case back to the transferring court and apprise them of the situation. Mr. Williams did contact me that afternoon with his reasons for missing that court date. And then he is here today to speak to you, Your Honor, about what happened on that date, as well as the positive screen that originally required him to come in person to begin with.
Okay, does that refresh your memory, Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what you want to tell me, Mr. Williams? Because I'm getting ready to send you home. You know how you go to somebody's house and you don't follow their house rules? What do? They send you home. I'm getting ready to send you home. So what do you want to tell me?
First, I just want to apologize to the court for missing my court date. But the reason why I missed it was because I worked Sunday night. I normally don't work on Sundays, but this particular past Sunday, I got up at like 3:30 in the morning. And I caught myself trying to take a nap before court, and I just completely overslept. And when I woke up, I did call Miss Harris, because like I said, I received her phone calls and messages. I did call her back to explain to her, the reason why I didn't show up. Didn't show up or answer the phone or anything like that. It wasn't intentional at all. I've appeared, to all my other.
Tell me about the positive screen.
Now that right there, I couldn't guarantee, tell you, I do know I did, was smoking a vape, but I can't say that that's the reason why, I take full responsibility, for, it could have been something that I ate or something like that, but I couldn't pinpoint it. I still can't pinpoint it. But the very next day, I had to go test again, and my test came back negative, and all my other tests, after that has been negative as well. But I do claim full responsibility, for the results coming back. But I think,
Mr. Williams, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I appreciate the fact that you are accepting responsibility. But here's the thing, sir, you are responsible for everything that shows up in your testing. So if you all want to go do hookah and vapes after we have said to you over and over again, no hookah, no vapes, because you don't know what's in it. And if you come back positive, it's a positive. I'm not going to, try to figure out, was it your vape pen? Did somebody put something in it? I'm not doing any of that. And so, that you're in this program and you can't utilize those products because of the test results that will come back, which is a violation of the rules for this program, and you can't do it. So, Mr. Williams, listen, I've not had really any issues with you. Miss Harris, nothing jumps out at me as to Mr. Williams. Maybe in the beginning, we had a little bit of issue just getting him on track, and that's to be expected. So I'm not really looking at that. But since he's been on track, I've not had really any issues with him, right?
Yes, Your Honor. He had one previous sanction early on in his program. And at that time, it was for a positive test for the same substance, but he came in, he admitted to use, he told us what happened that led to it. And, you know, he was sanctioned at that time. And since then, he has been doing very well in his program, and he has never missed a court date, and he has, you know, been compliant and doing treatment and everything.
All right. So Ms. Harris, what is your recommendation today?
I spoke with Ms. Rogers and kind of apprised her of the case, and I think that we both agreed that due to his track record, the fact that he has done very well, that we don't really want to do anything too extreme, but we do think that in order for him to understand that this cannot be something that occurs in the future, that we felt that it would be appropriate to give him a day in advance at the Wayne County Jail, so that if he tests positive again for the substance, that he would be, you know, he would automatically be sent to the Wayne County Jail for a day.
Okay, and to hold it in abeyance. All right, Ms. Rogers.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Yes, Ms. Harrison, I spoke privately and I'm in concurrence with her recommendation, and that is based on Mr. Williams' entire situation, that he is in phase 2, that he's been doing very well until recently, and it sounds like it was 2 things that happened in a row here with the positive and missing court. He has since tested negative, and very quickly after he tested negative, and then he has availed himself of the court today. Because he has a track record of doing well, I'm only asking for 1 day held in abeyance, and hopefully that will not be an issue if he continues with doing well.
All right, Mr. Williams, is there anything else you want? Thank you, Ms. Rogers. Is there anything else you want to say to the court?
Just I apologize again for, you know, and take full responsibility for missing my birthday. And it won't happen again.
All right. I'm going to follow the recommendation from the team to hold 1 day of jail time in abeyance, which means that the next time you miss, the next time you don't show up for court, you're going to go to the Wayne County Jail for 1 overnight, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Your next court date should be June 16th, 2023, and that's going to be at 10:30 a.m. You know that the ceremony starts at 10:30, so you can't get there at 10:30. You need to be there a little bit before, okay?
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions for the team?
No.
All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. You are free to leave. You got results back today, right, Ms. Harris? All is well?
Your Honor, I did. I had results today that were negative from our lab, and he also tested yesterday somewhere else, and that was negative as well.
Wonderful. All right, you're all set, Mr. Williams.
Okay, thank you.
I'll see you next week. All right, wonderful. I'm ready to now put on my 10:45 a.m. docket. I'm ready in the matter of Ansar Adams. Are the parties ready on Ansar Adams?
Judge, you probably have an old docket that was rescheduled for another court date. That's not on the docket. I apologize.
All right, that's okay. What about Rodney Adams? Are the parties ready
Yes.
on Rodney Adams?
Ready, Your Honor.
Wonderful. I have case number V129-80823, V129-80923, V129-81023, and V129-81123. For the people, did the people leave? That's okay. For defendant?
For the defendant, Robert Fikens, P3 and 4 on behalf of Rodney Adams. Rodney Adams, please state your name for the record, please.
Rodney Adams.
All right, thank you. Okay,
Judge.
counsel, today, late schedule for trial. How are we proceeding?
Judge, there's a request by the city to adjourn. Their officer is on paternity leave. They're requesting a 30-day adjournment. There's Ms. Rogers. She can make that.
Good afternoon, Sydney Rogers for the people, P82072. Thank you very much, Mr. Fikens. And that is my request. The people are notified of the officer not being available due to being on leave, and we're asking for a brief adjournment that's convenient for the defendant.
All right, are you asking for 30 days?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, very good. Then that's certainly for cause that the officer is out on paternity leave. I'm looking at the nature of the charges, Mr. Bikens, so you want to make sure your client, as a part of the bond, that this particular dog is kept away from the public, that it is at all times kept in his care so that no one is placed at risk until we can get this matter to trial. Okay?
Understood, Judge, and we are, Mr. Adams is going to send me the documentation regarding the dog. So I'll be in a receipt of that by the next court date.
Wonderful. I'm going to schedule the trial for July 7th, 2023, and that will be at 10:45 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Adams, did you hear that?
Yes, yes. 10:45,
July 7th on Zoom.
July 7th. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. I am ready in the matter of Ahmad. I have Ahmad Ali Ahmad. I have case number SP 1437470, counts 1 and 2. Are the parties ready?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me have Mr. Ficus. Are you representing the defendant?
I am, Your Honor. Mr.
Wonderful.
Ahmad, please.
I'm going to have the officer place his appearance on the record and badge number real quickly. Officer.
Officer Jacob Turnage, badge 3947.
All right, thank you. And then Mr. Ahmad,
Yes.
state your name.
My name is Ahmad Ali Ahmad.
Thank you. All right, how are we proceeding?
Judge, there's a recommendation that if he tends a plea of responsible to improper lane usage, that would be amended to limited access speeding 1 to 5, and the other matter would be dismissed.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Ahmad?
I think there may be some confusion here because
Okay, well,
officer-
hold on. If there is confusion, you all need to go in the breakout room and resolve it. I won't resolve y'all confusion. Okay?
it's not
Go
confu-
to your attorney.
There's a mistake here because I don't know Officer Turnage. I've never seen him before ever.
Okay. Well, like I said, if there's confusion, go in the breakout room, talk to your attorney. And then Mr. Fikens, you can come back out and present your case on behalf of your client. Thank you so much, Ms. Wilson, for placing Mr. Fikens and Mr. Ahmad in a breakout room. And I will recall this matter when you're ready. I'm ready to go on to the last name, Ahmed. It's case number 237-326-831. Are the parties ready on that particular matter? I can't pronounce the first name. It's HBDULAZIZ. Is that defendant even in the courtroom?
Is that retained case?
Ms. Mack, you're on mute if you're talking to me.
I don't know if that defendant checked in. No one checked in on that case, Judge.
All right, thank you. Again, I'm calling for Mr. Ahmed. First name spelled HBDULAZIZ. This matter was scheduled for 10:45 a.m. I'm satisfied I've given the defendant ample time to appear. I am going to issue a habeas. Today was the date scheduled for trial. The charge is selling cigarettes to a minor. The bond will be set at $200 cash or surety. I'm ready on Kumante Alexander. Is Mr. Alexander with us? Did Mr. Alexander check in today? I have case number SP 138-45701. Ms. Mack, did Mr. Kumante Alexander check in? You're muted if you're speaking to me.
Not that I'm aware of, Judge.
All right, calling again.
We've
for
had no
Kumante.
contact with that individual.
All right, I'm calling again for Mr. Kumante Alexander. Today is the date scheduled for trial. Habeas will issue, the bond will be set, the charge is unregistered untitled motor vehicle. The bond will be set at $50 cash or surety. I have for James Alibri. Is Mr. Alibri with us?
Yes, we're ready, Judge.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. I have the following. I have case number B 500-75722, case number 500-75822. Counsel, on behalf of Mr. Alibri.
Good morning, Your Honor. Najad Mihana appearing on behalf of Mr. James Alibri, P59371.
Thank you. Ms. Rogers, my apologies. I didn't see you had popped back into the courtroom. Place your appearance on the record for the people.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. Sydney Rogers for the people, P82072.
Wonderful. And then do you have any witnesses with you today?
Yes, the investigator is present. Investigator, can you please state your name and badge number for the record?
Investigator John Donahue, Building Safety and Engineering, badge number 811. Good morning, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Donahue. Good to see you. All right. Mr. Alibri, state your name for the record, please.
James Alibri.
All right, wonderful. Today is the date scheduled for trial. How are the parties proceeding?
Your Honor, unfortunately, the city attorney is just covering for today, so I've had discussions with the other city attorney. I think it was Miss Walker. She's not available today. We had a totally different discussion, so I am respectfully requesting an adjournment so I can be able to speak to Miss Walker regarding what we had previously spoken about.
Ms. Rogers?
Yes, and I'm in concurrence with this. I made an offer today that I guess was different than what was previously talked about, based on talking to the investigator about what's going on with the situation. It seems to be a situation that's been going on for a long time with multiple properties at issue. I think it would best for Ms. Walker, that typically handles this docket, to handle this matter.
All right, very good. I will adjourn this matter 1 week out. I'll schedule it for trial on June the 15th. And that will be at 10:45 a.m. Anything else for
Okay.
my consideration?
Just a second, Judge. No.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
Thank
Be
you.
safe, Investigator Donahue. All right. Let's go to Casey Moore. I have case number SP 137-28331, case number SP 138-55671. Are the parties ready on last name Alan Moore?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me have the defendant please state your name for me.
Casey Allen Moore.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, were there any witnesses or officers who checked in on this case? Place your name and badge number on the record at this time.
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Adna Valia with the Detroit Police Department, badge number D114.
Thank you. Good morning. Good to see you, sir.
Morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, there's a recommendation that if she pleads guilty to one of the counts of no registration, that matter would be reduced to improper plates and the other matter would be dismissed.
All right, very good. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today, correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Ma'am, I direct your attention back to the date and time of the citation. On that date and at that time, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And were you operating that vehicle without proper registration?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied as well. I am entering that plea of guilty on your behalf, and I'm reducing the charge to improper plates. I'm ready for sentencing. Mr. Fikens?
Judge, my client is no longer has that car. She's working on maintaining everything. She does have a license. That's good. She wants to be law-abiding as much as she can, and she realizes that she can't drive a car without registration. This might be a little bit of a costly lesson for her, but she certainly understands all that, Judge, and wants to do the right thing.
All right, very good. Ms. Allen Moore, I am going to assess our cost today. This matter was scheduled for trial. The cost will be at $225. And then your fine is going to be $50. How quickly can you get that paid?
Can I get a couple of weeks?
Yes,
Judge-
ma'am, make sure that's enough
We-
time.
We actually talked, Judge, if I might interrupt, about 60 days to get that matter paid, Judge. I'm just wondering if the court would do that. I think she's trying to be very helpful, and I don't want to set her up for failure.
Okay, I don't either. So let's do it let's go to August 11th. I'll schedule this for a review on August 11th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. On that date, ma'am, you do not have to appear as long as you get this paid before August 11th. If you fail to get it paid, then I'm going to reverse the plea. You will be right back where you started and you won't get your dismissal, okay?
Okay. I have a question. Okay, so my license was suspended because I couldn't pay all of the tickets. After I paid this, will I be able to pay the reinstatement fee?
You have to ask your attorney to advise you. I see Mr. Pike is shaking his head. Yes.
Quick answer is yes.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Thank you, ma'am, for your patience. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm ready on. Thank you, officer. Take care. Detective.
Thank
take
you, Your Honor. You and your staff have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. All right. I'm ready on Hassan Ayoun. I have V106-29218, case number 144469621. Is Mr. Ayoun, is he present?
I don't believe so, Judge.
Did not check in. I'm calling again for Mr. Hassan Ayoun, scheduled for trial on today. One child of operating without I'm sorry, is that right? Operating without a license. And then I can't make out what the other case is, but he's not here on today. Capias will issue and the bond will be set at $50 cash or surety as to each matter. I'm ready on Quintis.
Judge, just so the record is clear, and I realize the city prosecutor is not here, but Officer Clinton did show up on that case.
Oh, Officer Clinton, please place your appearance on the record as well as your badge number.
Good morning, Judge. Sergeant Glenn Batch, Escort.
We had a hard time understanding you. Sergeant, place your name and badge number.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Judge. My name is Sergeant Glenn Batch, Escort 72.
All right, thank you so much. The defendant failed to appear. You are free to leave. Be safe.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Quintis Armstrong. I have case numbers SP 143-6974, counts 1, 2, and 3, and case number SP 143-69751. Are the parties ready on Mr. Armstrong?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Armstrong, please unmute and state your name for me.
Quintis Armstrong.
You have a bad connection. One more time.
Quintis Armstrong.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Bikers, how are we proceeding today?
Judge, there is an officer here, by the way, and I do want the record to reflect that.
Officer, please place your name and badge number on the record for me. Thank you, Mr. Bikers.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Officer Conway Van Horn, badge 345.
Thank you and good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right.
Judge, I've had an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor about this matter. I believe the prosecutor has spoken to the officer about this matter. My client is getting there in terms of everything. And we just need a little bit more time, Judge. We are requesting an adjournment. While there are certainly no guarantees with the representation made by the prosecutor, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn when I say, if he can get everything into compliance, and I think he can, I believe we could talk about a dismissal or some amended charge, which we really want to do, Judge, because he's really doing a good job at putting this all together, I believe. So we're asking for a short 2-week adjournment or so that fits in with this court's date. And that's what I'm asking for, Judge.
Now, Mr. Fikers, your client is not sitting behind the wheel of a car, is he?
He's not driving, Judge.
I'm in the car. I'm not driving. I'm sitting in front of my house.
Miss Rogers.
Yes, thank you,
in
Judge.
agreement? Go ahead.
I am in agreement. Compliance is always reflected in recommendations. I talked to Officer Conway Van Horn prior to this going on the record. I did just get a message from Ms. Wilson saying officer needs to speak to me. Officer, I believe we're stipulating to an adjournment here. Do you still need to speak to me regarding this one before it's closed?
No, it's okay. You can proceed.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I'm stipulating to the adjournment.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Fikens, one of two dates. Your client will have to either do the 15th of June, or I won't be able to see him until it'll be the 7th of July.
Well, Judge, just so he can be in compliance with everything, because he's getting his insurance and plates. We'd ask for the 7th of July if we could, Judge.
Miss Rogers, does that work for you?
Yes, it does. Thank you, Judge.
All right, so I'm adjourning the trial and formal hearings to July 7th, 2023, and that will be at 10:45 a.m. Anything else for my consideration?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir. I have one last matter, and then I'll have to do the recall for Devin Arnold. Case number ZA088261. Are the parties ready on Arnold?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, your appearance, counsel?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Edward Taylor, P57166, appearing on behalf of Mr. Arnold for the attorney of record, Phil Reagan.
All right, thank you. And then Miss Rogers, I did not have you place your appearance on.
Oh, thank you, Judge. You're not used to me being in here for these. It's Sydney Rogers for the people, P82072.
All right, thank you. Today is a trial, and then there's an officer, that's on as well. Officer, your name and badge number.
Yes, Your Honor. Officer Vadnais, badge number 112, Wayne State University Police.
All right, thank you. This matter is scheduled for trial today. How are the parties proceeding?
Your Honor, my client, Mr. Arnold, would like to avail himself of the people's offer to impaired, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, you broke up just a little bit.
He wants to avail himself of the people's offer. They offered impaired, Your Honor. He wants that.
Operating while visibly impaired?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you. Mr. Arnold, state your full name for me.
Devin Arnold.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Counsel, defense counsel, please voir dire your client to establish for the record that he understands his right to a trial in this matter and that he is giving up that right to a trial in exchange for acceptance of the people's offer. You may proceed.
Hey, Mr. Arnold, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have a right to a trial in this matter. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, if you take this offer, you will be giving up that trial right. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so but they're gonna offer you a lower charge, and so if you avail yourself of that, there will be no trial. You're just gonna plead guilty to the impaired, which is a lower charge. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. And has anyone promised you anything, Mr. Arnold, to get you to plead on today?
Promise me anything? No, I do not believe so.
Okay, didn't threaten you to plead either. Is that correct?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Good. and you understand that you'll be placed on probation with me, and there will be some things that you'll have to do while you're with me for the time period that you're with me on probation. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Then who's going to do the establish the factual basis? And he's pleading to the original charge, and then I'm going to amend it to operating while visibly impaired. Who's going to place the factual basis on the record?
I'll leave that to defense counsel.
Okay. Mr. Arnold, and day in question, were you operating the vehicle?
Was I operating the vehicle? Yes.
Yes. Okay, at that time, had you had something to drink?
Yes.
What did you have?
What did I have? Drink.
How much and what kind?
I believe it's just wine. How much? Probably like a little over a few.
Okay. Do you believe that drinking this wine hindered your ability to drive?
Yes.
Okay. Satisfied, Your Honor.
Did they do a blood alcohol? Did they have him blow? And what did it blow at?
I don't
Judge,
have
if
that.
I may,
Who
can you hear me, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, I have the ticket here and it says, the person has an alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood.
All right. And so, counsel, you need to establish for the record that he took a BAC test and that it was the results was 0.17 or more.
Mr. Arnold, did the officers give you a BAC test?
Yes.
And would you agree that you blew 1.7 or more?
Yes.
0.17.
0.17 or more.
Yes.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. Are the people satisfied?
The people are satisfied.
Then I'm going to accept your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to operating while visibly impaired. Mr. Arnold, you will have to report to 36th District Court to meet with a probation officer so that you can go through a pre-sentencing investigation so that they can make recommendations to this court as to what your sentence should be. I am not going to sentence you on today. So Ms. Wilson, Ms. Mack, what I'd like to do is have Mr. Arnold placed in a breakout room, find out who will be assigned to him as the probation officer so that they can set up the date for his appointment and all of those things. And then you will come back to see me after you have met with the probation officer. I usually give them 6 to 8 weeks to get those reports done. Let's see. So your sentencing is going to take place on August 4th, 2023, and that will be at 9:45 a.m. No, actually, I'm sorry. I need to move that to 10:30. Until that time, sir, I need you to be testing, and Ms. Mack, make sure that this goes on the information for the probation officer. You are going to have to test because you're not going to be able to use or consume alcohol at all. And that means zero, not even non-alcoholic drinks, because they will show up in your screening. Until sentencing, you are going to test randomly 2 times per week until we can get you tested, until we can get you on your regular probation. Is that understood?
Yes. When did that start?
Sir, were you listening to me when I said you're going to go into a breakout room and speak with the probation
Oh, yes,
officer?
yes.
Yes, and then you're going to come and interview, you're going to do your pre-sentencing investigation, and then you're going to come back to me on August 4th at 10:30 a.m. for sentencing. So I'm saying from this day forward, you are not to consume any alcohol, none whatsoever. 0. You're going to test starting this week. You're going to test a minimum of 2 times per week, random. Make sure, Ms. Mack, that the probation officer knows that so that you are able, I can make sure I have something in place to keep the public safe. And you'll test 2 times a week random until you do your sentencing, and then I'll determine where we go from there. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions for me, counsel?
No, Your Honor, you've been very thorough.
All right. Very good. Always a pleasure to see you. I'm going to have, and counsel, certainly you can go in that breakout room with probation if you choose to, but Mr. Arnold is
No.
gonna have to stick around for a moment. All right. Okay, very good.
Okay.
All right,
No
Mr.
problem.
Arnold, they're gonna
You
get
got
you
to
in
go.
a
Bye.
breakout room, and Ms. Mack get someone for probation. I didn't hear you, counsel.
Take care, Your Honor. I got a boogie. I got something else going on. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Stay with us, Mr. Arnold. All right. Thank you. Thank you, officer. Be safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Are we ready to recall Ahmad? Oh, I can't hear you, Mr. Vikings.
That is because I put myself on mute, Judge. I'm sorry. We are ready to
No
proceed.
All right. I'm recalling case number SP 143-7470, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Ahmad, state your name again.
Ahmad Ali Ahmad.
Thank you. And officer, your name and badge number again.
Officer Jacob Turnage, badge 3947.
All right. Mr. Vikings, what are we doing?
Judge, thank you for the opportunity of allowing me to meet my client in the breakout room. He found his citation, saw there was Officer Turnage on the ticket, so we're ready to proceed, Judge. The offer is that if he pleads responsible to improper lane usage, that would be modified to limited access speeding 1 to 5. My client wishes to accept responsibility for that, and the other matter would be dismissed if I didn't say that.
All right. Wonderful. Upon payment of the civil infraction, right, Mr. Vikings?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Mack? Ms. Mack, are you saying
Yes,
something?
No,
Were you-
no, I'm not saying anything.
All right, very good. Let me have you, Mr.
Okay.
Ahmad, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God. I didn't hear you.
I do.
All right, thank you so much, sir. You may place your hand down. Mr. Ficus, please proceed.
Thank you. Sir, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial and formal hearing, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and tender a responsible plea on the improper lane use civil infraction. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead responsible today?
No.
Sir, on the date and time of the citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And was there improper lane usage that you performed?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied as well. I'll accept your plea of responsible. I'm assessing the statutory fine in the amount of $125. How quickly can you get that paid, sir?
I can pay that today.
All right, if you pay it today, what I'll do is I will place this on my docket for review on tomorrow. As long as you get it paid today, you don't have to come back tomorrow. I'll close the matter that you pled responsible on, and I'll dismiss the remaining matter, okay?
Very well. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank
Right.
you.
On June 9th, yes, 10:30, Ms. Mack, yes.
Judge, just so the record is clear, that is being modified to limited access 1 to 5. Is
I
that correct?
apologize. I did not indicate that the charge that you pled responsible to will be reduced, amended to limited access 1 to 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, okay? Thank you, Mr. Vikings.
Your Honor.
All right, get it paid. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Attorney. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I believe that, thank you, officer, be safe.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
Did we get that date, Judge, that he need, for payment?
For tomorrow. I'm gonna review him tomorrow. He
Oh.
says he's going to pay it today, so we're gonna put him on for an
Okay.
adjournment for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, wonderful. You're all set, Mr. Ahmad. All
Thank
right.
you.
That
Thank you,
does it for the morning.
Yeah, Judge, Mr. Hunter from probation is gonna zoom in so he can speak to Mr. Arnold.
Yes. Is Mr. Arnold still with us? Mr. Arnold, where are you?
Did he go to the breakout room?
Yes, he's in the breakout room, Your Honor.
Oh,
Wonderful.
okay.
All right. And then you all need to let me know. Please make sure you stress to Mr. Hunter that he needs to get set up for testing random 2 times per week until
Yes.
I can get him to sentencing on August 4th or whatever day I gave. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. As you all know, we are on call. Ms. Mack, I do need the dockets for, today is Thursday, tomorrow, for Friday and Monday, right? Yes, Friday and Monday, as we will
Yes.
start at 1:30 p.m.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Shut us down because I know you got to do what you need to do.
Yeah, leave this stuff alone now, ma'am. But you can take it off live.
I'll take it off.